Hey, hello everybody, welcome back to Gran Turismo 3 in the Seattle 100-mile endurance race. Hey Google, tell me a joke.
What do you get when you put a vest on an alligator? An investigator.
An investigator, you guys. An investigator? My God. My God. Google is out of control with the jokes, you guys. Alright, back to freezing cold tires for the next, 3 laps or something. Corvette, pitting in. Mustang, pitting in. Viper, pitting in. Crazy how the Viper hasn't passed that Mustang back. I think it's because we messed him up, though, a little bit, in part 1. Freaking smack that ass, you know? God damn. We just jumped that S2000. If only she was pink. I love that S2000, man, from Too Fast, Too Furious, the Darling S2000, or Suki's S2000. It's a Veilside Darling is what it is. Up, 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 up. Whoa, easy, 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 cold tires, come on now. Come on now. Get a hold of yourself. No need to get all crazy. Even on cold tires, you guys, god damn. Even on cold tires, we can actually make the back switch final turn without letting off the throttle, no brakes. There is not many cars that can do that in this game. Turn. Turn more. Come on. 42. We still have 42 on them. And again, I haven't seen the Camaros pit yet. The Camaro Z28 or the SS. I have not seen either one of them pit, unless I missed it, which I very well may have. But I don't think that they have pitted. Looks like they might be going for a single pit strategy, to which we will see them go in on 20. They are in last and second last place, so no matter what strategy they have, they are losing this race. Camaros can't keep up with the Viper or the Corvette, man. That Mustang's doing really good, though. He's kicking ass out there. Sitting in between the Corvette and the Viper, it's a nice spot to be, man. Those are two very fast cars. Woo. Ah, yes. The sun begins to set on Seattle, you guys. Casting big shadows on this road of desolate racing. Oh, that gears change was phenomenal. Oh, come on, come on. It's because our front tires are starting to warm up, but our rear tires are still chilly. So we're getting a little bit of strange holinization. Try to turn, and it's like, yeah, nah. You're going the opposite direction, bruh. You almost have to be like a sort of half drift implementation when your tires are like this. Just sort of, yeah, just about to say, just sort of let it fly into the corner and then just wait for the traction to come back. This car's great. Might only have 330 horsepower, man, but it is, I'm actually still having a great time driving this car. It's fun. It's a pretty whippy car, I gotta say. Some very serious handling, I'll just put it that way. Feels like it's going to, like when I turn in like that, I feel like I'm losing control because the angle is rather extreme there. But yeah, no, this car's just like, yeah, cool, man, sure, hit the gas pedal, bro, go. You know what I mean? That's awesome. And we don't get too much air either. The one thing, though, is that I have set the transmission too high for this track. Maybe not for the car itself. We are kind of going through our gears nicely. You know, whoa. So, there's just not a lot of long, straight enough roads on this track for us to reach our 6th gear. So in a technicality, we're kind of running this car 5-speed in this race because I don't think we've touched 6th gear in this race. Yeah, because we're only rising to 5th here, and this is the fastest section of the track. Unless this car is a 5-speed. I think it's a 6-speed, though. Pretty sure. Could very well be wrong. Some cars are 5-speed and you would not expect them to be. A good example of that is the Mazda 787B. Whoa. Thinking about that car, Mazda 787B. Most people would, if they just didn't simply know, they would presume that that car would have 6-speed transmission, like all of its other counterparts, the R390, the Toyota GT1, Sauber, the Sauber C9 and stuff like that. Like all the other cars in the field that ran with that car in real life were 6-speed racing transmission gearbox. But that little 787B, no sir, that is a 5-speed. That's why the 787B rips ass. Because it only has 5 gears to tear through, where everybody else has got 6. They gotta shift a lot more than you do. That's one of the things that made the 787B so ridiculously fast in real life. He doesn't have to shift as much as you, and the RPM, literally, wow, come on, we were clear of that. Yeah, the RPM range of that car is like, you just touch the gas and it's like, you know? So it definitely rips through all 5 of those gears. You can do a burnout in the 787B in 5th gear. It's a pretty wild machine. Come on! Good old Seattle. The guardrails that stick out like 3 or 4 inches. So it looks like you're just gonna miss it by like a friggin' inch, right? But then you end up hitting like the little invisible portion of the guardrail that sticks out just a little bit more than what is graphically there. The guardrail hitbox, you guys. So our pit lap here is 27, if anybody's wondering. Yeah, man, this car's premium. It's not a detriment that this car only has 338 horsepower. I mean, you could put 370 in this car and it would still feel just as good as it does. But once you go past that point there, like 375, 380 or so, I think the handling of the car would suddenly start to deteriorate because you have too much power, and you wouldn't have... this car wouldn't act the same way that it does with, an extra 75 horsepower or extra 50, 60 horsepower or so. I think it would be, it would act very differently. Well, there's one of the Camaros, you guys, who have still not taken a pit stop, though it is lap 20, it is lap 20 for us, lap 19 for them, so I'm actually expecting them to take a pit stop in their next lap. Because if they're going for a one pit stop strategy, that's how you really want to do it. You want to cut it in half as best as you can. Pretty easy to divide 40 by 2. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of expecting to see Camaro pitting in at the end of this lap here. We are catching that guy in last there, who has just as much horsepower as we do. A Camaro has 330 horsepower. We have 338. We are quite similar to each other, although handling department, obviously we have the very, very much superior advantage. Camaros are pretty heavy, pretty big as well, compared to an S2000. Camaros are like a foot longer. What's up, man? Yeah, see him. He could sort of just barely stay with us in terms of, like, drag racing. Oh, what a nice boy, you guys. He hit his brakes and said, go ahead. Nice, man. Know what I mean? You gotta know when you're losing, right? There's the other Camaro right in front of us there. Just went around the corner. Now, this is theoretically... Ooh, come on, man, I was not even near that. So I guess we'll see now if this guy in front of us pits and if the Camaro behind us pits as well. Be interesting if they didn't. He does not pit. Man, have I just missed them pitting or something? There's no fucking way they're out here on a set, man, for 21 laps. What? Oh, big crash by the Camaro. Shit. See if he crashes here as well. Ooh, he was a little bit slippery. See if he lets us by as well. On your left. Oh, look at him protect. Come on, man. Like, I get it, it's the straightaway, you want that whole shot. You'd actually be faster if you let me go in front of you and then you drafted off of me down this whole shot. Faster, my friend, faster. There's a faster way of things happening. And boom, he just smoked the guardrail again. Can't do the same shit as me. What the fuck you think this is, bro? Did you see him all the way over? His suspension was caved. He's like, I can stay with him, come on. Go, Camaro. That Corvette is still holding it down. They are pretty close to each other, though, the guys in second, third, and fourth. Within 100 feet of each other, replay, save complete. Whoa. Woo, a little bit of a catwalk there. And a bunny hop. Oh, the handling of this car is amazing. Might not be as precise as I really would love it to be, but god damn. I mean, it's precise, but then at the same time, you do have to make quite a bit of adjustments to finish a turn nicely. I'm like back and forth on the steering wheel. To make the turn itself is no problem, though. You just slam it over, baby. And it deals with whatever else is happening. You just play with the throttle and the brake. And you're good to go. Woo! Yes, sir. Oh, a 140. Boys and girls. Let's try to rip 140, you guys. Our tires are at optimal peak performance. Let's see if we can RIP a 140, you guys. Get ourselves a 139. Floating, transcending wormholes right now. If we finish out the rest of this lap, we will crush that 140. Turn. That's my love, that's my love. Straighten. Yes. All is well. Raw, you guys. Alright, what you saying, S2000? Did we crack that 140, baby? Oh, 140.1. It's about as hot as this car is going to do, man. That was a pretty steamy lap, I've got to say. Now, if you went and put 100 miles on this car and did the oil change, get that little bit of a bonus horsepower, and absolutely you could come back and smack a 140 by netting yourself a 139 in this car, no problem. If I had the transmission a little bit tighter as well, I think might even could pull a 138. Obviously with better tires, I mean we do have super slicks on the car, so if you went and threw a set of super softs on there, shit, this car would probably break 130 with super softs on it. You would be eating with super soft tires on this car like that. This is super slicks that we have on, and the handling is immense. So I could just imagine what this car would be like with SS tires on it. Yeah, a little bit much. A little bit excessive. And a tighter transmission as well, so that you eat your gears a little bit faster. I think we're at 31 right now. It's a little bit too open for, well, just for this track. I think 31 would be alright for, like, other tracks, like Midfield, you know, Grand Valley, not Super Speedway, but Special Stage, tracks like that with nice long straightaways, Apricot Hill. We would reach our 6th gear on those tracks. Look at the sky, eh, you guys? Beautiful red shining through there in the back. Ah, yo. Clouds turning red, starting to go nighttime. I fucking love this game, dude. God. Man, what is wrong with game studios today? You know what I mean? Like, They need to go back to the old format of making games. You know, finish the game before you release it. Stop doing all these patches and updates. Stop trying to make money off of people. Try to impress us again. I think that's how I'd put it. Try to impress us with a game again. That's what I want to see. Because for the last, like, friggin' 10 years now, almost every game that has come out is just a big pile of shit. They need to go back to the old format of games, where once you bought the game, that was the game. Here it is, go play it. Ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing wrong with it. Everything works to satisfactory conditions. You know? I think game companies nowadays, they spend too much time on, like, graphics and shit like that, like, without realizing that, like, 70% of players out there, they don't give a fuck about graphics. Like, a good 70 to 80% of people don't give a shit what a game looks like. They care how good the game is. You know? Was Super Mario a fucking amazing game in 1980? Yeah, it was fucking awesome. Fucking fucking boing, boing, breaking the fucking bricks, collecting up the coins and shit. You know what I mean? Cut in, cut out, cards on the table. That was a fucking awesome game. And it was simple. Did the graphics need to be fucking 4K, 60 frames per second and all this other stupidity? No. Game companies, stop trying to achieve this level of graphical stupidity. Nobody fucking cares. You know? God damn, the only game that I can really say, okay, that those are some graphics that I actually do care about, and I'm like, holy fuck, is Unrecord. If you guys haven't seen the trailer for a new game coming up called Unrecord, U-N-R-E-C-O-R-D, Unrecord, it's a first-person shooter game. I'm telling you right now, that game looks like real life. Like, it actually looks like real life. It's hard to describe. It really does look like real life. You can tell it's a video game if you look at some of the shading and the cell shading and stuff like that. You can very easily discern, okay, this is actually a video game. But I'll tell you right now, the actions and the gunplay in that game, it looks like real life. Very impressive. See, that's impressive. When you've reached a level of graphical quality such as that, you've impressed me, just on graphical detail alone. But I imagine that, and no bad talk to Unrecord, you know, it hasn't really come out yet, and I can't really say anything about it just yet. But I can make presumptions, and my presumption is that, yes, the game looks visually fucking stunning. It's brilliant what these guys have actually done with the graphical details in this game. But I can tell you right now that with graphics that good is going to bring a very high demand, not only for your PC, but for the game itself. So it's going to be very laggy, glitchy, low quality crap. You're going to go to change weapons, nothing will happen. You'll hit change weapons 600 times, and then finally, whoosh, and then all of a sudden your game will freeze, and the game will be, you know, you'll be walking through walls, and you'll get shot up into outer space, and the shadows will look stupid like Cyberpunk. You see what I mean? Like, this is what I'm trying to get at, is that, yeah, sure, you can have awesome graphics. Woo-hoo-hoo, fucking made people buy it, didn't it? But then it's like the most broken, just unfixable mess of a game. And I just don't understand why. I mean, I get it, sure, you know, they're trying to make $1 billion off of the population of this stupid planet that we live on, but... But anyways, thank you guys for coming out and watching this episode of Gran Turismo 3. Hopefully they start making better video games. Because I'm getting a little tired of the games that they're coming out with in the last few years. But, yeah, man, freaking love you guys. That's why I play classics, man, on the channel. You guys ever wonder why I play old games? That's fucking why. Because there is no such thing as a good game that has come out in the last, like, 9 or 10 years. It's been a long time since a good one came out. But, yeah, man, freaking love you guys. Wish you guys the total best. Hope you guys have a freaking awesome rest of your day. And, yeah, we'll get Google to tell us another joke here at the end. Hey, Google, tell me a joke.
What do you call a shoe made out of a banana?
Oh, my God.
A slipper.
A slipper, you guys. God, Jesus, I really can't take this. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, bye.